Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Cinnamon Stitches. I am your yarn host Jennifer. I forgot to close the door. And we're clearly going to have to change our battery because we're like at 0.5%, which means it's only going to last me about 3 minutes. And I'm out of fresh, clean batteries. Alright, it'll be fine. We'll work it out. Alright, so today's Tuesday, and Tuesday I used to show Tuesday tea with cinnamon. I don't have any tea that I have fixed myself to drink. And first of all, this is temporary. We're not blonde. I bleach my hair once every 6 months to freshen up the roots and stuff so that I can you know, go back over it with color. I actually thought about staying blonde, but I'm like, but it's not. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So, lately, since I stopped drinking tea so much, I haven't done Tuesday tea. I've done mostly Happy Meal on Tuesdays. And so that's kind of what we're doing today is we're doing Happy Meal. But I also went to Hobby Lobby. And the reason I went to Hobby Lobby is because I used up all of my flesh colored fuzzy yarn. And I don't need to make more boobs, but I kind of want to make something else that's flesh tone color just for funsies. And you can kind of figure out what that is because it's part of the male anatomy and not the female anatomy. But I don't think I'm going to show that on the channel just because I know people will be offended by that. I think it's hilarious and I want to make one, but I also just grabbed extra in case in case anyone else has requested a boob pillow. I have the yarn for that because so far both boob pillows that I have made have gone. So they have been claimed and they are no longer mine. So I may make myself another one. I may not. I don't know, but I wanted to have some more of that flesh colored yarn for the other thing I want to make. And in case I needed more, in case anybody asked for boobs. So, we'll show the Hobby Lobby first, and then I'll show you my Happy Meal. Now, if you live near my Hobby Lobby, there is no more of the boob-colored fluff. Or, it's not fluff. The boob-colored yarn. I took the last 4. Because I figured it's better to have them. So, sorry about that. So, this is the Snugs and Kisses Cozy Rosy. I mean, this is not the best chenille style yarn, but it's not bad, and I enjoyed working with it, and it made really nice pillows. So, I took the last 4 that they had, so that I had enough to make more, if requested, and to make the other thing, because the other thing that I want to make is gonna take at least one whole one, because I'm thinking like big. Like I want it to be ridiculously large. So I can wave it at people and say, don't be a... I am so bad lately. I'm so bad. You hear my witch cackle? I'm so bad. And then the day that I went to Hobby Lobby, I actually told Mr. Cinnamon that the fact that I had glutened myself actually saved me money because I knew I was having a lot of stomach issues. Like, I was sick. I was just going between, I'm going to throw up and I have to go to the bathroom. Like, and that's just part of when you get glutened. Like, you're sick. And I was really, really not feeling good. And I told him, I was like, was a loud vehicle going down the street. It sounded like it's gotta be a garbage man, but it sounded like an electric vehicle going, you know how they make that weird noise? Except it was way louder. Anyway, so, I told him, I was like, I really would like to go buy some more of this. And, I knew they didn't have a whole lot because I purchased 2 and I thought there was only 2 left. And of course now my battery's dead. Hang on. I found a full battery in my thing of dead batteries. We'll see if it actually stays full. I wish Spot Focus would stop turning itself on. All right. So I told him, I was like, I want to go. We needed to go to Tractor Supply to get dog food. We needed to go to BJ's, which is a warehouse club, to get candy for the trick-or-treaters. And I said, while we're out, I want to go to Hobby Lobby. I want to get some more of this yarn. And then I also wanted to go to Home Depot and get some epoxy, which I never ended up doing because we went to Hobby Lobby and I grabbed this and I was like, ooh, yarn. And I went looking and I found these, which I'll talk about in a minute. And I'm like, oh, these are so pretty. I need these. So I grabbed the last 3 of those. I would have grabbed 4 if they had them. And then I started looking. I was like, ooh. And then my stomach went, and I was like, better not. Let's go check out. So my stomach saved me money by being gluten to being really, really sick. And so after Hobby Lobby, I was like, okay, I'm going to sit in the car because moving around makes it worse. And you're going to go into and I love Tractor Supply. I love Tractor Supply. I don't know. I love going in that store. I love looking at all the stuff for your yard. I like looking at all the dog stuff and all the bird stuff and all the, like, there's so much to look at Tractor Supply. I just really like Tractor Supply. And that's because I really need to have a farm and I need to shop at Tractor Supply for my farm. So I know I'm in a weird mood lately. I understand. I get it. Okay. So I was like, I don't think I can go into Tractor Supply. And he's all right. Just sit in the car. And he took the kids in. And Juju also loves Tractor Supply because they have gluten-free gummies, like like peach rings. She doesn't like the peach rings, but they have like peach rings and like they have Americana rings and they have seasonal gummies. She likes gummies, but a lot of gummy bears, gummy worms, a lot of them have gluten in them. I don't know if you know that. So we have to be really careful. There's a brand called Albanese that actually is gluten-free, but the ones at Tractor Supply, I don't know if all of them are, but the ones she buys are gluten-free, which is pretty cool. And they also have some really good spicy peanuts there. They're Cajun peanuts. There ain't nothing Cajun about them. They got some cayenne on them. I don't know how that makes them Cajun, but they're pretty good. And so there's always like cool snacks to look at the front. And then they have like, oftentimes we go and look at the chicken, the baby chicks and the ducks and the turkeys and all the little baby peeps. We look at all the cool dog treats that they have and the cool dog toys that they have. We look at the bird stuff because I have, I don't know, like 5 bird feeders out front. And I really like to feed the birds. I like to watch the birds. I like to, you know, I just love birds. I've always wanted a bird as a pet, but also like they're a lot of work. They're a lifetime commitment. For some of the breeds of birds, they're expensive. And Oreo would probably kill the bird because she is a bird dog. She is a Dalmatian, but she's also a pointer. And she has killed quite a few birds. And moles. She likes to dig up the moles and kill them. She's my little bird dog. So, with that, I was kind of grateful that my stomach was acting up because I couldn't spend more money. And I hadn't got paid yet. So I was really grateful because I didn't have extra money that I should have been spending on a massive yarn purchase. But also when I don't feel good, like I like to buy yarn so that I feel better. And I was kind of glad my stomach was like, no, we got to go. And then I don't remember where else they went into like several stores. And I, for the most part, stayed in the truck. Which is fine. That's not a problem for me. So anyway, the yarn that I did purchase, other than the flesh-colored fluffy yarn, what is chenille? It's not fluff. It's chenille. I don't know if I told you what that was. It's Snugs and Kisses, and the color is Cozy Rosy. It's a 6-weight. It's what I used for the boob pillow, neck pillow tutorial. It's 148 yards, 8 ounces, 100% polyester, number 6, etc. So I have some of this in 2 different colors. And I'm not sure where I put it. Because it's somewhere, because I just saw it the other day, so it's somewhere out and visible. But I don't remember where exactly it is. I have it in the really, really dark teal-y color, and I have it in like the really light colored teal color. And I saw this and I was like, oh, I'm really into purple. Like, I'm really into purple lately. And that is not doing it justice at all. My camera tends to make purple look more blue. That's kind of accurate. So this is the Chromatic Spectrum. And it is the color Dragonfly. And it's looking more blue on camera as per normal. It's a royal purple, and it's twisted with green and pink and other different shades of purple. It's so beautiful. And it's not showing up as beautiful as it is on camera, but it's just stunning. And I think because I have not used it, I keep buying it, but I haven't used it yet. I have 3 colors of this now. Like I said, the dark teal-y color, the light blue, it's like a blue teal aqua-y, I don't know what color it is. They all have the same effect. And I think the idea behind this yarn is that the purple stays true through the whole yarn, but the twisted ink colors makes it fade from one color to the next. So it will be purple with green, and it will slowly fade into the purple with, I don't know, pink or whatever. I just think it's stunning, gorgeous yarn. And I just want it. So I bought it. Now, the big ones, these were all 30% off because I don't buy yarn from Hobby Lobby unless it's on sale. $7.49. So they were 30% off. And I have my receipt. So they were $5.24 each, which is not bad for this type of yarn. And then these are regularly $5.99, and I paid $4.19 each for them, and so my grand total with tax was $38.63. And it was funny because when we got in line at Hobby Lobby, the line was ridiculously long. Like, it was so long. And I just happened to find where it looked like the line was really long because there was 2 cash registers open facing each other, and everybody seemed to be in one line instead of like separating between the 2 cash registers. So I hopped in, and I hopped in that line, and I was like, all right, whichever one of these ones opens up first, I'm jumping into that one. And so I got in the line, and I got checked out like faster than everybody else, which was fantastic. People didn't know how to line up properly. And the guy behind me, it was funny because he's trying to pay with his phone at Hobby Lobby, and the cashier's like, sir, you're gonna have to have a physical card, we don't accept Apple Pay here. And I was like, they don't even have barcodes, but you want to pay with your phone? I'm surprised they take credit cards with the machine, then they don't bring out the thing, you know. And so he's like, oh, okay. And then the register, like, in front of me, because they double stack the registers, you know, the register in front of me, but they were on the other side. Same thing happened. She's all, ma'am, we need a physical card, we don't accept Apple Pay. She's all, I don't know if I have my card. Well, whose fault is that? You're a Hobby Lobby. They don't even have barcodes. Like, they hand type everything in. Doot, 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 doot. They're so, I don't understand Hobby Lobby. Like, they have a wheelchair, but they don't have an electric wheelchair. So, like, if you're any kind of disabled where you can't walk, you're screwed unless you have someone to help push you around the store. They don't have barcodes, and I don't understand why that is either. Why do you not have barcodes? Why do you not have a scanner? I don't get it. And then you make the cashiers memorize all the sales every week. It's just crazy to me. Well, anyway, the first guy with the Apple Pay, he goes, can I ask you a question? And the cashier's like, and it was an older lady. She's all, yeah, what do you need? He's all, when is your Christmas not 50% off? He goes, is it always just 50% off? And she's all, well, when it first goes on the floor, like when it first hits the floor, it's full price. She goes, but the next week or the next 2 weeks, it's 50% off through the rest of the season. He's all, good to know, thanks. She's all, oh, you're welcome. And he was buying Christmas stuff. I'm like, dude, it ain't even, it's October. Like, we haven't hit Halloween yet. Like, let's not do Christmas yet. Now, I say that, I fully love Christmas. I love Christmas. I go all out for Christmas, just like I do Halloween. But let's finish one holiday before we start the next. Now, I will argue with you if you say that you can't decorate for Christmas before Thanksgiving, because yes, you can. Because, I'm going to tell you why. A lot of people celebrate Christmas on Thanksgiving because they want to stay home with their family on Christmas. So I decorate before Thanksgiving because I have in the past celebrate what we call Christgiving. I don't participate in that anymore because I really don't have any family. So I just have the people under this roof and they're all here on Thanksgiving and Christmas. So with that, let's move on to the Happy Mail. Now, this letter is not to be read anywhere near the camera, so I read it way over there. This is from Kathy and Colin. And they are our friends from Yorkshire. Now, she fit everything in this box and I could not fit it back in there once it came. This box came hit. Like, it looked like it got ran over. And, this package has actually traveled quite a bit because she tried to send it to my P.O. box and it got sent back to her. And I don't know why that happened or what. And so she messaged me. I believe that this is the package I'm thinking of. And she's all, is it all right if I send it to your home? And I do not give out my home address to anybody because people are crazy. Okay. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to give you my home address. Just don't be weird. Don't. She's all, well, I'm not going to show up at your house. Like, that's not what I meant. Just don't give it to creepos on the internet because... just because, like, don't, we don't share that information. So there's a lot of stuff in here for everyone in my family. There's little bits of that, little bits of that. So I'm gonna dump the box because little man has been in here several times trying to dig in this box specifically because he saw these and he's like, what is that? What are those? They're for him, but I didn't tell him that because he would have took off with them and I wouldn't have been able to show you. Okay. So she said the candies are for Mr. Cinnamon. These couple of things are for Juju. Those are for Little Man. Alright, and everything else is for me. Alright, so she sent, and this is funny because you have to really be a fan and really pay attention to understand that my son loves shrimp crackers. Because I've only mentioned that a handful of times, but he loves shrimp crackers. I used to love them, but I can't eat them because they are, the number one ingredient is wheat, which is gluten, which is poison to my body. And him and I used to eat them together before I realized I had a gluten allergy. And I will buy them. That was a weird noise. I will buy them for him whenever I go to the Asian market because he loves them. So these are called discos and it says they're prawn cocktail flavor. So this is actually shrimp cocktail. I'll have him try them and see how he feels because I don't know if he'll like the cocktail flavor of them. But I just never know with him because he loves shrimp crackers. And these are, I'm assuming they're like the shrimp crackers. Except they're shrimp cocktail, which means they're going to taste like cocktail sauce, I'm assuming. I really wish I could try these because... and so those are for Little Man. And I already know he's going to love those. And then she sent some fidget stuff for him. Some little things to keep his hands going and his hands busy. Oh, this is cool. Like this little basketball thing. He just got his... Oh, pumpkin squishy. 2 dinosaur squishies. One of these things. And then one of these where you move the pieces around to make it look right. Actually, I'm going to put these all back in this bag and give them the bag. Time to wake up for homeschool. So on behalf of Little Man, thank you. He's going to love that. And then she sent beads for Juju. And these are for Juju's Crocs. These connect onto your Croc shoes. And it's just Disney characters in the shape of Mickey Mouse balloons. Like Wazowski! So, she's going to like those. So, thank you so much on her behalf. And then she sent these candies for Mr. Cinnamon. And I'm probably going to try them. So there's Yorkshire mixtures. My dad loved these. These are just hard candies, but they're assortment of fruit, aniseed, and peppermint flavored treats. And I think my dad would have loved these. I think I'm going to have just one because I'm not supposed to have sugar. Just to try them. So it says, Yorkshire mixtures, finest quality, hard-boiled sweets. Suitable for vegetarians and gluten-free. With lots and lots of sugar in here. 69 grams of carbohydrates, of which are sugars. Yeah, that's a lot. It doesn't tell you... Doesn't tell you what a serving size is. It'll be fine. I just want to try one of those. And I probably won't eat it all the way down. I only want to try one of these if these are gluten-free. These are fizzy cactus. Roundtree randoms. Fizzy cactus. Tangy, fizzy, delicious. Each 4 sweets contain 11.8 grams of sugar. Should I go for a walk? I will burn off, so it'll be fine. Alright. Let's see. At Roundtrees, we're passionate about creating fun and juicy sweets with bursting with fruity flavors. Let me read the ingredients. Glucose syrup, sugar, gelatin acids, plant and vegetable concentrates, black carrot, safflower radish, spirulina extract. Alright, it doesn't look like there's anything glutinous in there. And I think Juju will probably want to try those too. So Mr. Cinnamon's going to have to share his snacky. And then the rest is for me. Hello. Hello. It's just a little wood plaque thing. Really cute. Let me put that right there. And then she sent me all of these really cool postcards. And they're like vintage Disney postcards. I don't know if they're actually vintage, but they look vintage. So there's Pinocchio, Sleeping Beauty with Maleficent. I like that one a lot. Pinocchio, right? Yeah. Bambi. Oops, these are so cool. Sleeping Beauty again. Peter Pan. These would make really cool Neverland. These would make really cool wall art. Cinderella, Cinderella, night and day, it's Cinderella. Lady and the Tramp. Cinderella. That one looks a little newer. Peter. Pinocchio. Snow White. Snow White is actually my favorite. She's still the fairest of them all. Alice in Wonderland. Every time I record. Snow White. And oh, there's a Jasmine. There was only one Jasmine in this whole pack. I love Jasmine. I love Aladdin. Alright, so there was that. Then, while we're on the Disney theme, she sent me 2 Disney pins. These are both from 2002, I think. We already looked at them. Yeah, 2002. So, these made me so excited. Now, I, in 2002, had never been to a Disney park. No. Yeah, I'd never been to a Disney park. My first time ever going to a Disney park, Juju was a year and a half old. And so that would have been 2000 and, let's see, 2007? We went to Disneyland. I think it was the 1st of 2000, like it was January 1st, 2000 and whatever I just said. My brain's already on to the next subject. So I think he's so cute. He's on a little springy. And then this one's 100 Years of Magic. These are so cool. They're gonna go right on my pin board. Super cool. So thank you so much for those 2. And then she said, let me find the information. She said the floof is a purchase that her husband Colin, I think that says Colin, decided that we should buy for you, which is so sweet. They went to the Northeast of England yarn show around my birthday, which was also her birthday weekend, which is cool. So she bought me a present for her birthday. She bought me some fluff, and this is England fluff, which is super cool. And look at these pretty colors. These are so pretty. And the best part is I have yarn over there. Oh, I have fluff. I have fluff. It's down there. I have fluff that will go with each of these 3 colors. So I have pink and I have green, and I know that I have some more golden tones, but I also have blue that I can mix in with this, and this is so pretty. Thank you so much. I'm going to spin this up, and I will think of you while I'm spinning it. I'm just going to let it breathe. It's been in there for a while. It likes to breathe. I like to let my fluff breathe for a good while before I spin with it, because it's easier to spin when it's not compressed. I can't believe she fit everything in that tiny little box. Like, I was looking, I was like, and I tried to put it all back in neat, and I'm like, yeah, this is not going. it's not fitting back in there. So, that's what that looks like. And I'm just going to leave it fluffed up. I'm going to put it back in the bag. I'm going to put it with the rest of my fluff. So that way I know that that is from England. Thank you so much, Kathy and Colin. Colin. I feel like Colin sounds extra cool in proper English instead of American English. Colin. Colin. Hopefully I don't offend anybody with my horrid... I like pretending that I can say accents, even though I really can't. Alright, there's more Happy Mail. Let's get on to it. Okay. I got a couple of different packages, and I remember that I got them, I don't know. Okay, this one's from Randy. This one's from Randy. I got a message, I think 2 weeks ago, I think from Jill. I believe it's from Jill. I'm not positive on that. I can't find the email or the message. And she said, we sent you some stuff, but we forgot to put our name on it. And I cannot for the life of me find the message that said that, because I think it was Jill/Diamond. I think. But my brain is not what it should be. It is not. And so there's a couple of things down there that don't have a name on it, which I'm going to contribute to her. And hopefully I have the name correct and the person correct. So with that. Okay, so this was sent to me from Randy. She said, thank you for all that you do for Randy. Randy is a very, very loyal, active part of the Facebook group. If I accepted anyone else as a moderator, Randy would be one of them, and Christine would be. Because they're like the two most active people in the group. They comment and post on everything, and almost daily I see them. They really keep the group going, and if I accepted anybody as a moderator, those two would be it. So they're kind of like non-official moderators, because they let me know when things are going on, and they like, you know, answer questions for me and do all that stuff. And so this is from Randy, and it is An Untamed Land. Now I'm going to tell you, yesterday, I actually threw away the other version of this book that I had, because I told the story that I got these set of books from Grandma years ago. This has plastic on it. I don't think that's supposed to come off. It's fine. Grandma gave me the entire book series of, this is Red River of the North. This is book 1, An Untamed Land. Grandma gave this to me when we were visiting her, and it was shortly, I don't know if it was shortly, I want to say, I think it had to have been when Lucas was a baby. So 9, 10 years ago maybe, we went to go see her. And we had only lived in Virginia a short amount of time. And I don't know what Chris told her, but I was struggling hard when we moved to Virginia, because I left my entire everything behind. Everything I knew, everyone I cared about, my friends, my business. I abandoned everything so that my husband could make this career change, which benefited us greatly in the long run. And I knew it was a sacrifice I had to make, but I was alone and I was lonely and I was struggling really hard. And there was a time I was ready to leave him and go back to Michigan. Not because there was anything wrong with our marriage, but because I was so tired of being alone. And I was miserable here when we first moved. I was miserable. And my business, I couldn't reboot my business in Virginia. And it was doing so well in Michigan. I finally found something that was my thing, you know. So I struggled with my sense of worth and who I was, and I was so lonely because he was gone long hours, because he was traveling all the way to DC to work. And so he was gone from 4 o'clock in the morning until like 7 o'clock at night. And he'd come home and go to sleep. And I was just me and Juju, and I was lonely, and I didn't have no friends. I didn't have nobody to talk to. I didn't have nothing. I didn't even crochet back then. So I just felt lost. And I don't know what Mr. Cinnamon told his grandma, or if she just picked up on what I was saying to her. But we were talking, and she's all, I have a book series I want you to read. I was like, okay. And she gave me, I think 7 or 9 books in the series. There's a lot. I don't know if this will say. She has the entire book series, or had it. She didn't even have it. She gave it to Chris's mom, and Chris's mom was reading it. And she calls up my mother-in-law, and she's all, Rob, can you bring me that book series that I gave you? I'm going to give it to Jen. And so a couple days later, I still hadn't got the book series. I wasn't worried about it, you know. And then she called her up again. She's all, Rob, I really need you to get that book. Can you find the book? She's all, I need to find them, Mom. I need to look for them. And so she gathered them up and put them in this janky box. And she brought them over to me and threw them in the back of my van. And I said thank you. And I told Grandma I would read them. She's like, no, I really need you to read them. Like, it's a really good book series. I think you will get something from it. And so I brought home all the books. And I started to read them. This is An Untamed Land by Lorraine Snelling. You know, my middle name is Lorraine. You would think I would know how to say it, but it ain't spelled like that. Alright. She had promised herself that once they left the fjords of Norway, she would not look back. And the story is of, what is her name? Ingeborg is her name. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but that's the way I say it when I was reading it. And so it was her and her husband, and I think her husband's brother and his wife, and they left Norway to go to the territories of the Dakotas and settle land and create a, what do you call that? What is it called? I'm looking on here like there's an answer. You know when they grab land and they make it their own, they mark it off. They have to turn it into something and then they get to keep the land. Right, that's what they had to do. Well, in the process of moving to the strange land, she left everything she ever knew in Norway. And she's in this new country with her husband and her sister and brother-in-law. Sister-in-law and brother-in-law. And they have to take this really rough, ragged land and turn it into something that they can live off of. And I believe, it's been 10 years since I read this book, but I believe she had a baby. She may have had two, I feel like she had two babies. There were babies, either she had a baby or she had two babies and her sister had a baby or something like that. So these little tiny families trying to do the things to homestead, that's what's called, to homestead the land, and they're building it from nothing, and the land is hard, and you know the Dakotas has real bad weather, so the winters are real hard. Well, in the book, her husband and brother-in-law both get the flu or something and they die, and so it's just her and her sister-in-law, and I know that she had a son. She had a son because he has his own book series later on. Well, the book series is really about her fighting all odds and being a woman back in that time, building the land basically on her own. And she became very rugged and hard, and she started wearing pants, which was absolutely unheard of back then, because she could not plow the field in a dress. And like, she was doing all these things and she was like, all right, it's hard, but we're gonna do it. And she just plowed on. And I now know why Grandma gave the books to me, because I was struggling and she's like, you got this. And that was her way of, because that's exactly what these books did for me. Now, fast forward a couple years, my sister came to live with me, with my nieces. And I was telling her what these books did for me because my sister also was in a transition. And she had just moved here. She only knew me here in Virginia. She didn't have a job. She had nothing here. And she was starting over yet again. And I told her about these books and she's all, well, I wish I had something to read. And I was like, well, go read this book. She read a couple of pages and then left this book in the on my back deck, and it rained, and so the book was severely water damaged, but I could not make myself throw it out because it was from Grandma, and Grandma was still alive at the time, but it was from Grandma, and the book had meant so much to me that it got me through, and it helped change the way I was thinking about things, and it really helped me in a time of transition in my life. And so I told the story about this book a couple weeks ago, and Randy sent me book 1 because that's the book that got damaged. And I was actually able to throw the book out yesterday so that this isn't from Grandma. But if I wish to reread it, I do have the whole series still. So thank you so much, Randy, because that really means a lot to me, and you know why. All right. Now, there's a couple things in this box that, like I said, are not marked, but I think it is from, I believe, and I feel so, I hate saying out loud Jill Diamond, because I think that's who it's from. Because I think that's who the email was from. I can't find it. So, with that, this came in several little packages. So there's Halloween stickers, which is cool because I don't have a whole lot of Halloween stickers for my planner and stuff. I took a lot of my stickers out into the classroom area and I pulled out a bunch of inspirational ones that have been sent to me in Happy Mail, and I decorated the filing cabinet, which is kind of like our desk faces the filing cabinet. So when we're sitting at the desk doing classwork, the filing cabinet acts as like a not a chalkboard, but you know, like a bulletin board type thing. And so I took the inspirational quotes and I put one on his laptop and it says "Work like a boss." And then I put a bunch on the filing cabinet that says just motivational quotes like, I don't remember what all of them are, but like just to encourage him. And so, yeah. And these are all Halloween stickers for my planner. They're so stinking cute. So those are going to go right in there. And then that's from Catherine. We got some more gibbets for our Crocs, but these ones don't say they're for Juju. In case you don't know, what I wear Crocs 50% of the time. I have like 3 pair of Disney Crocs that I wear and I rotate them. Or I have Kizik tennis shoes because they are the best tennis shoes that have ever been made for fat people. They slide on and off very easily without you having to bend over to tie your shoe or anything like that. But that's not even the point that I love Kizik so much. They're comfortable. And you could take them straight out of the box and put them on your feet and walk in a theme park and you won't get blisters. That's how comfortable they are. They have really good cushion. They hold up well to fat people, like the weight. Because my problem is I break down the heel really bad in my shoes. And I am working on 2 years with my purple Kiziks. And they're not broke down at all. And so I have 2 pair of Kiziks and like several pair of Crocs. And I'm either wearing my hot pink or my lavender Kiziks. Or I'm wearing one of my Disney Crocs. So these are super cute. Mickey and the Roadster Racers. And then there's Pumpkin. Love this one. Love this one. Actually, these are both cute. Cinderella Mini. So thank you so much for those too. And then alright, I think that's it from that. And then Catherine, aka Kitty Lane, sent me, oh, she's in Virginia, a whole bunch of tea. A whole bunch of tea. And I looked through it and I believe it's all herbal. Peppermint herbal tea, cozy chamomile, orange and spice herbal tea. I like orange flavored tea. Oh, there's a sticker in here. I didn't see those the other day. Sweet Dreams. I actually really like the Sweet Dreams tea. Red raspberry, lemon ginger with probiotics. Yeah. Whole bunch of tea. and 2 stickers. Lovely to meet you, and I just love the way you are. I should make some Bentley stickers, huh? Alright, and then this letter came from my friend Quinnell. Quinnell also, I mean, last time I checked, lives in Virginia too. Quinnell has been a very long time viewer of the channel. And she used to communicate with me frequently, like email, messages, all kinds of stuff. And then she experienced a loss in her life, and she kind of like faded back, and she kind of disappeared. And I'm gonna be real honest, like I thought she just unsubscribed, because that happens. You know, people think they love me, and then all of a sudden they hate me, and they unsubscribe and whatever. That does happen. And when you have been around so much like Quinnell has, and you disappear, like I notice it. There's been a couple of people who just kind of like disappeared. Quinnell is one of them, and Amy is another one. And they just kind of like, and you don't know what happens. Like, did something happen? Like, are they gone? Like, did they unsubscribe? Like, you just don't know in my world. And so I wasn't expecting anything from her, because I haven't heard from her in quite a while. And I understand, because she did experience a loss, and it rocked her entire world, you know. And she wrote me a letter. She's like, I know you haven't heard from me in a while. She just has not. She's kind of lost a spark in her life, and I totally get it, because I experienced that when my dad died. I lost a sense of who I was. I was completely gone for 6 months. Like I almost felt like I was not existing. Like I was not really here for a good 6 months. And I understand what that's like. So, like, whatever. Okay, so she said she sent me this package because she still does diamond painting, even though she's kind of lost her crojo and stuff. Now, she has sent me a diamond painting in the past, and it's on my bedroom wall still. It is Stitch from Lilo N Stitch, and it's in a beautiful black frame, and she sent it to me, and the frame actually was broke when it got here, so I repaired it and fixed it up, and it's been on my wall since she sent it to me. It's beautiful. I personally will not ever touch a diamond painting, because to me it is so tedious. I can't do anything small like that. I've tried cross stitch and embroidery. I can't do it. Like, it's just too tedious for me. Diamond painting, paint by number, can't do it. If you have to put me inside lines and tell me I need to color in the lines, I'm not going to do it. I would rather color outside the lines, paint the whole page a different color. So diamond painting to me is a no-go, but it's so pretty. And she sent me another one. And I love this one. Maybe more than the Stitch one, and I love the Stitch one. That Stitch one is proudly on my bedroom wall, and my bedroom is very Disney-fied. So I have my Disney pin boards, which those pins I got earlier are going to go on the pin board. But I also have like actual art from Disney on my wall in my bedroom. I have a big giant Mickey Mouse shaped mirror that lights up in my bedroom. My Disney ears, which you see ears in the background here. I also have a whole bunch on my bedroom wall. And my diamond painting from Quinnell is on my wall. So this one is, like, I opened it, I was like, oh my god! Is that not beautiful? It's so beautiful. I just love it. I love everything about it. And I know that this took her a long time, because this is a really large one. And it's on a thing, so it just hangs straight up. I love him. And I think he's going to go on my wall in here, and he's going to stay up year round, because I love him. This is not a Halloween decoration. This is a everyday. I just love it. There is something special about receiving a gift that was made, first of all. But when something like is this detailed, and I know this took her a long time to do, because I can't even imagine doing this. It's so pretty, and I love the colors so much. And it's little baby Frankie making a wish. What do you think he's wishing for? I just think it's so pretty. It makes me so happy, Quinnell. Thank you so much. I literally squealed. I was like, oh my God. So now I have 2 of her diamond paintings. Yeah, I think I need to make room in here. I mean, it's gonna go, you guys can't see the wall behind you, but I have a lot of like inspirational things on the wall. I have a poster from the Imaginary Friends movie with Ryan Reynolds. I have a Fall Out Boy sign. I have a sign that says, "Witches gather here, Cinnamon Stitches Yarn Studio. Your heart belongs to me," and it's dog prints. And then I have 2 giant Mickey Mouse art. And then I have art from a artist in North Carolina of sheep. And it's just like, that's my inspiration wall. Like, I keep all the things that make me happy up there. And so this is going to find a place up there. I'm just going to have to move some stuff around and see if it'll actually fit, because I would like it right there. But thank you so much, Cornell. Thank you to everybody for sending me happy mail. It's never necessary to send me things. I appreciate where your heart is coming from so much. I really do. And sometimes I feel guilty because, like, what did I do to deserve such amazing people that love me so much? Like, what did I do to deserve nothing? I'm just sitting down here talking to myself mostly. But I'm just so grateful for you guys for, first of all, not just sending me happy mail, but for every person that comments or watches these videos and just spends time with me. That means more to me than anything. And when you guys go out of your way and spend your hard-earned money to send me things that make you think of me, or like go to a yarn show for your birthday and get me fluff, that is just amazing. I will always, and I know there's a lot of podcasters that don't show happy mail because the happy mail videos don't do real good. We don't get a lot of views. We don't get a lot of likes. We don't get a lot of comments. I will never stop doing the happy mail videos because that's the least I could do, because I can't. I mean, I probably could send handwritten thank you notes, but a lot of stuff comes from Amazon because it's cheaper to send stuff through Amazon. And I don't have return addresses for everybody, and I don't have like extra time to just make out thank you cards. So this is my thank you card to everybody who sends me, goes out of their way to make stuff for me, send me stuff. It's just, I feel so undeserving, and I'm so grateful, and I'm so, like, my heart is so full. I keep looking at Frankenstein because he's so cute. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys go with that. I'm going to go wake up little man because we're about a half an hour past homeschool time. And, although I run the school, so I can literally start it whenever I want, which is what I've been doing a lot lately. I'm like, okay, he's not awake yet. I'm going to get work in before homeschool, and then I can just concentrate on homeschool and then whatever else needs to be done after that. And it really makes my life a lot easier doing it that way. He doesn't care. So he gets to sleep in a little bit. Thank you everyone for watching, and thank you everyone for my gifts. Appreciate them more than I could possibly express. And I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow. Bye guys.